Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those Tuesday Trophy Talk videos. Today's date is Tuesday, April 29th of 2025. So this will have covered the week of April the 22nd through the 28th of 2025. If I sound like I'm rushed on this, it's because I am, because this video has already been recorded twice and it failed both times because my old computer here, he is on his absolute last legs. Like, I can barely get this thing to work at all anymore. It just crashes over the slightest things at this point. And I'm actually going to put up a screenshot here of my computer's like stats and stuff, just so you guys can see what technology I've been working with for the last 7 years and just how bad it is. And don't get me wrong, this computer's gotten me through, like, everything. It's gotten me into streaming and all of this stuff, and through COVID and everything with streaming and uploading and editing and all of that. But I think it's taken a toll on this computer, and it barely even functions anymore. So I just thought I'd show that. And then I also want to show the computer that I'm thinking of getting now, because I am very, very seriously looking at it at this point, because after, with this thing basically on its absolute final bit of life support at this point, I really needed to look into this and really start prioritizing getting something new. Lizard Guy looked at the specs of this new one and he thinks that it'll work fine, but I just also, any other opinions I can get just to double check on everything before I go and spend a couple $1,000s on a computer would be very much appreciated. Obviously, I'm never going with another Mac because it's not good for streaming and YouTube and stuff. I don't know why I was scrolling down there, but anyways, in terms of actual trophy progress this week, there wasn't a ton, and like I said, I'm going to kind of speed through this because I don't want the computer to crash again in the middle of this recording, because I've already had to scrap 2 recordings because of it. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, the other version of it, the PS4 version of it, haven't made any trophy progress, but I've done about probably 70-ish of the gold bricks, so not too far away from being done. Aside from a couple of super stories and stuff like that, and then just purchasing everything and farming studs. I just haven't really had a lot of time to play it, but I can really try to work on this sometime this week or something like that. College Football 25, I have not made any progress on. I may try one more time to get to Freshman and Road to College Football Playoff, but again, it's just so full of hackers and just sweaty little tryhards that do nothing in their life but play this game, that I'm not entirely sure I can win 3 or 4 games in a season without also losing ranks, because the guide's wrong. You actually do lose ranks at as a third place team. So that entire guide is wrong on a lot of things, though. So I would not trust the PSN profiles when it's very outdated. But once I can get that trophy, I do also have a boosting partner for it if it's needed. So I'm not too worried. We'll be able to get it eventually. I just would rather get it, sooner rather than later. And then the rest of the trophies are just the, story mode type part of this game. So, not worried about those because I can just move the sliders and everything, so it shouldn't be hard. So, yeah, not too worried about these other ones, and we can stream those. But it's just that one other online trophy. Again, I might try it one more time to try to do it legitimately, but we'll see. In terms of actual progress this week, I was working on a total of 3 games, or really a total of 2 games, with one of them having multiple versions. The first is PJ Masks Heroes of the Night. This game is made by the same people that made or at least I think it's made by the same people that made some of the Paw Patrol games. This game is really, really boring, and the main reason I'm playing it now is because for some reason I haven't played it yet, despite the fact that it's 15 gigs per version or something absolutely insane like that for how little quality or content there is. The game's very, very easy, and the trophies are super easy. The game is just so boring. And, I tried to stream it, but it was so freaking boring. And I just ended up, switching to Sly 3 halfway through because I got so bored of it. Now, again, the Platinum Trophy is very easy. You just have to, for one, you have to finish all 16 levels in the game. The levels are, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes long, probably closer to 10 minutes overall each. And then each level is structured exactly the same way. First, you have a portion where you have a 3-lane runner, but sometimes it's like a 2.5D runner, so up, down, left, and right, and center, so it can have more places that you have to be in. So just that was a little bit of a rude awakening because I did miss the gems on one of the levels because of that, so I had to go replay it. And in that portion of the level, there's always 100 gems in that portion of the level. You have to collect all the gems in every level for these dioramas. And aside from that, you also have to collect 3 amulets. So once you get into the second part of the level outside of the vehicle, you play as each of the 3 different characters on each level, and they each collect about a third of the gems and 1 of the amulets. So basically the exact same collectible system as the Paw Patrol game. They're all 2D sort of platform and puzzle segments, even though I would hardly call them puzzle segments at all. And then just if you collect all of the gems and all of the amulets, you will get the gold diorama on the level. And you have to get that for all 16 levels for a vast majority of the trophies. So far on the PS5 version, I'm through maybe like 10, 11, maybe 12 of the levels so far. Still have to do at least one more city mission, and I don't think I've done anything in Flying Factory yet. But again, you'll get both of these remaining trophies and the 2 that I already have while getting that gold diorama on all levels. So I'm not worried about that. Most of the collectibles are super easy to get. It's really just those 3-lane vehicle sections that are a little bit more annoying when they go into, 2.5D to where there's a bunch of different places you have to be in. So yeah, making progress on this game. Should have it done easily this week. I'm not too worried about that. It's just, again, it's so freaking boring. And the PS4 version also making progress on the PS4 version. Just I'm only through maybe like 5 or 6 of the levels on this one so far, so still got a lot further to play in this version. Because again, it's so boring. It's not fun to stream either. Now, I will say this game has an extremely rare platinum trophy, at least by kids game standards, because I looked it up and the PS4 version is like a 44%, which is definitely uncommon by modern kids game standards. But the PS5 version is like a 35%, which is way lower than like a lot of major like AAA titles and stuff nowadays. I get that part of it's because obviously this game is, meant for kids to play it and stuff like that, but it's really surprising that it's that sort of uncommon. But yeah, just, again, complete the game, get the gold diorama on every level, so find all 203 collectibles on every level, and that's basically all you have to do for your platinum. So not worried about that at all, just, it's a very, very boring game. Computer has not crashed yet, so that's good. So let's quickly get through Sly 3's progress. So far in Sly 3, I actually decided to start this game on the PS4 version. I forgot that I actually started it in the past week. So I decided to start it up because I didn't know what to stream on like Wednesday or something. So I decided, hey, let's stream some Sly 3, and people seem to really enjoy it. So it's the final Sly Platinum that I have to do, which is pretty neato. So far, I finished all the jobs in the first 2 episodes and close to finishing all the ones in episode 3. But I've done all the Master Thief challenges so far in episodes 1 and 2. You just can't do the treasure hunting one until later. Same with episode 3, except I don't think I've even started on the ones for episode 3 yet because I haven't finished the episode yet. Of course, then you have the snow level, then the pirate level, then of course the final level. And then I've done some of these miscellaneous trophies as well. So the Carmelita one, this one's pretty easy. Just, shoot any of the 5 signs hanging around during the level where you play as her. This one I've just been kind of lazy about. I've gotten like 1 or 2 kills, but I just haven't finished off all 3 yet. And then this one you can't do until you get to episode 5 where you have all the disguises available. So once I get that, I can go back and finish this one off. This Guru one, I had like no problem with this time, even though I had problems with it on the PS5 version. So this time it was like no issue whatsoever. And I got through it like first try, no problem, which was kind of nice. And then this one is, of course, super, super easy. Just jump to Carmelita's tail when she turns into Gigantic Carmelita. This one's still a little bit annoying because the Be the Ball power-up isn't the most powerful. Just don't focus on the guys that have the guns. Focus on, like, the weaker enemies, because the ones with the guns are a lot harder to kill. And then in episode 3, just jump on the radar dish and stay there for a few seconds is super easy. And then right after that, I went and dropped a plane on a guard because there was one running underneath the plane, like, right around the same time. So just use one of the traps to set that off and drop it on the guard. This one, I haven't gotten to this mission yet, but definitely not looking forward to this because this was actually kind of annoying on the PS5 version. Of course, this trophy is a little bit tedious. I don't know if there's a better way to do it than what I did with just bouncing up there with the ball form. Maybe I'll look into that and see if there's an easier way to do it. This one won't be a problem thanks to the rewind feature. This one is definitely annoying because of the second half of it. The first half of it really isn't that bad. The whole, like, floating in the zero gravity area isn't too bad. But the second part of this fight is rather annoying. It's the one where you're on the ground, so not looking forward to doing that again. But thank God we have rewind. You have the 3 from episode 5, which the first 2 aren't overly hard, and then this one's just a grind, but you'll be getting pretty close to that along the way for getting all the money you need to purchase everything. And then the 3 from Ancestors Gauntlet really are not that much to worry about thanks to the rewind feature. You have your 3 character-specific trophies, so Murray, I don't have enough power-ups yet. Bentley, I again forgot that this is actually a thing in the game. As Sly pickpocket 5 items without being detected. It apparently does not have to be in a row, it just has to be 5 total, because I pretty much got this one, like, just playing naturally, which is pretty nice. And then somehow I already got this one. Like, I know with Sly and Bentley how to do it, but I guess I got the Murray one, like, super early on somehow, so not entirely sure how, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Then purchase all of the power-ups in the game, of course, is a very, very grindy trophy because you need many thousands of coins to be able to do it. But you can farm the coins easily in the pirate level. And finally, view the gallery for all episodes, which we can't do until, of course, we have unlocked and finished all episodes. So, progress is being made in this game. I will definitely have this done sometime in the near future. Same with the PJ Masks game. Hopefully can get college football done soon, and then hopefully can get LEGO Star Wars 2 done soon. So let's go ahead and sync on up. Okay, I believe it already is synced up and the computer's starting to sound a little bit loud with the fan or whatever that is in it, so let's quickly knock out the rest of this. Level 893, 50%, 865 platinums, 30,185 total trophies, 5,777 golds, 8,126 silvers, 15,417 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Schedule should be a lot more normal this week. Really, it's just going to be, working on the 2 versions of PJ Masks, working on Sly 3, working on LEGO Star Wars 2 on the PS4, and as soon as I get that co-op trophy done, or that co-op partner in for the college football game, hopefully I can just go ahead and finish that one off in one more stream and just, be done with it and remove it from the hard drive so I actually have some space again to play other games. I really want to start playing Oblivion because that was a massive surprise for that one to come out just out of absolutely nowhere. That remaster, it's like a full-blown one and it actually looks like amazing. And definitely can't wait to play it. Plus it's a super easy platinum. It's just a little bit time-consuming as you would expect from any sort of Elder Scrolls game, which is totally fine. And hopefully it means that maybe they're actually listening to us and will be willing to do like a Fallout 3 remaster someday, or Fallout 1 and 2. Or even, I'd rather than do those over like Brotherhood of Steel or something, but honestly, just give us more Fallout content. Please, Bethesda, please just listen to your fans for like once in your life. Alongside all of that, I also will say that Ghost of Yotai has a release date now, and it is October 2nd, so unfortunately, I will not be able to play that game on release because I'm not even going to be in the country at that time. I'm super excited though because that's when my family, we're going to Japan, doing a lot of stuff over there. It's going to be great, get to finally meet my family over there. Hopefully spread my grandmother's ashes, or at least part of them, over there, back in her homeland, because she of course, went through absolute hell during World War II over there. And we want to be able to pay tribute to her, just a celebration of life. But yeah, it just means that Ghost of Yotai will not be a day one thing for me, unfortunately. But hey, that's okay. We'll start it up like, a week after it comes out or something, so that's totally fine. Not a big deal. Then they can work out any bugs in the game when it releases, because Sucker Punch is usually pretty good about that, so I'm not too worried about anything like that. GTA 6, though, of course, still doesn't have a release date, and that is going to be a day one thing, but I still suspect it's not even going to come out in 2025, probably 2026 at earliest. But aside from all that, schedule for this week should be fairly normal, at least a few streams. I don't know exactly what will be played on each stream. Might do some more Sly, college football once I get that one trophy done. LEGO Star Wars 2 is a possibility. Just try to get close to being done with it. I'm not going to stream the PJ Masks game again, though, because it's so damn boring. Also, the LEGO Star Wars 2 trophy video is like probably 90% of the way done, so getting pretty close to being done with it. Hopefully it'll be out at the end of this coming weekend. At latest, though, it'll be out next week, so it's nearly done. Definitely glad for that. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments what kind of progress you guys have been making this past week. Let me know what you think of this potential computer option, though most likely it's the one I'm going to go with, which means that by next week, hopefully I'll be operating on a brand new computer. And I may also look into like newer capture cards as well, because this one still works fine, but it is a little bit older. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See y'all back here later this week for some more content, if my computer works well enough to be able to stream this week, if we're being fair.